Dunbar reading that play. You can't cheat out the half-court eye, and it's usually a race to half-court unless you know for sure your guy's going to get it. Nice read there and a delivery.
May pulls the trigger. Can't. Spin move. And Okiki lost the ball.
Nice job by Johnson defensively.
That's 5 turnovers for Auburn. Working around the perimeter. White thought about it.
Yep, hesitated though. Had to
catch and fire. Kenny Williams cans it. He's got a 3,000 is impressive. He had 3,500. Off-balance delivery doesn't go for Doughty.
Length of the Tar Heels factoring in at the defensive end now on the drives in particular.
Carolina can take its largest lead. Turnaround. Williams. He's hot. Kenny Williams.
Confident players in Auburn right now, especially at the offensive end.
Auburn making its 10th NCAA appearance in program history. The 3-ball. Robinson.
Three-pointer is in for Chris. He looks at his boy Tybal and says, "Thank you very much, helping me get an open look." And right away, how fast was that? Penetration right there by the defensive stopper for Washington. Now, with he and Crisp at the front, can they communicate and make sure maybe one of the 3 in the 3-2 zone can drop back? Because again, they're going into the slots to Little, and he is just in there like it's Groundhog Day. The same play every time. They're exposing that for Washington.
First basket for Matisse Thybulle. And a long-range 3 is down. They found their current starting 5, which is now 10-0 with this particular group. They lost 3 players, 2 to injury. 1 was eliminated off the team. And we open up the second half with a Cam Johnson 3. No fear in that stroke. The 4th consecutive for the Gales. Here's Perez. 3-pointer, no. May clears the board. Agee hits the deck. Bullet pass. What a look. And the finish by Garrison. On 2.
3 for 17 for Iona this half. You think North Carolina came out with defense on their mind?
Inspired by the Roy Williams halftime speech. There's Luke May. And now Ricky McGill. He's in his final run here. The senior from Spring Valley, New York. He's put 20 on the board against the Tar Heels. 6 made threes for McGill. He's 6 of 8.
I love it. Little just said something to McGill, and McGill is like, "Hey, you're on a good team, but I'm a bad man by myself, and I'm going to keep coming at you."
I love the Chris Webber translations. Been a pleasure to be with you all day. This has been a blast. Great crowds here in Columbus as well. Cam Johnson drops a 3.
Great matchup at the point. A terrific defender with Trey Jones and one of the best offensive point guards in the nation in Coby White.
Goldwire guarding Cam Johnson did a great job when he came into the game guarding Buddy Boeheim. Nice play.
White for a lob, but didn't have enough separation. Barrett, no. And Brooks the rebound for the Tar Heels.
Well, even though Kenny Williams didn't draw the charge, he made it extraordinarily difficult for R.J. Barrett to get a clean look. Well, he is playing such great defense. Goldwire taking on Cam Johnson. It's been a while since Johnson's gotten an open look.
He's been on 14 for quite a while. May from the baseline. Soft touch.
Right there to affect that shot.
Knocked away from Barrett, and back come the Tar Heels with numbers.
That was the kind of play we saw. What a pass from Zion Williamson.
I don't know if Carolina realizes how much trouble Goldwire's having right now.
Well, I think Johnson does. He needs to take him.
Final minute of play. Carolina down by 1.
Johnson needs to drive him.
White. Little for the lead. What they did wrong that Louisville did better in that game.
You know, I remember from what you and I talked about during that game was sort of, I'd never seen this from a North Carolina team. Not that they hadn't had lulls in a game or maybe in a half, but that for 40 minutes you couldn't really find anything good from an effort perspective.
Yet here they are from UConn with a soft touch on a jump hook.
Big body, athletic, and extremely talented. How easy is that?
Look at this. How quickly.
Gotten better and better throughout the course of the season. One of the best point guards in the country.
Jordan Nwora named the most improved player in the ACC with a bucket. And there's Nasir Little. Again, Carolina's rebounding has been a contributor. Missed three by Sutton.
Carolina has missed some point-blank shots.
Turnaround, Cam Johnson. How many different ways can he hurt you?
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out our alternate angle of tonight's game, the New York Life Above the Rim Cam, streaming live on the ESPN app.
So Louisville doing a really good job of bumping cutters and being really physical on cuts.
Carolina sharing the ball, one of the top assist teams in the country, better than 19 assists per game this year. Little, not his specialty, but he'll knock down a three. Boy, if all these guys walk into a gym, the first guy you might notice is Enoch. I mean, he is huge. He is smooth. He looks like a pro. He's got such skill. Luke May's got some skill himself. Heels as Delorier finishes on the feed from Bear to win for the Heels, and they would share the regular season title with Virginia. Williams and Mike Krzyzewski just...
Just look at that offensive possession. Jason Garrett is behind the Duke bench. Everybody's here.
Johnson again. Reddish banks it no. Tip no. May the rebound.
Great defense by Garrison Brooks. What a pass.
Fourth three of the opening 5 minutes.
That's going to be the formula for Boston College. I don't think they can beat North Carolina slugging it out inside. I don't think they can beat them two at a time. But
Chance for a 4-point play for Cam Johnson. And then Coby White picks the pocket. Somehow it finds Popovich. And Brooks has the rebound for UNC. And may have gotten away with the drag of the pivot foot. In transition, May to the bucket again. That transpired at Cameron Indoor with UNC and Duke round one. Obviously the Zion injury 30 seconds in changed the dynamic. Looking, Nasir Little brings the thunder.
Leads Luke May in now about 2 minutes after picking up that second foul. As you've got coaches in this league, Josh Pastner, #1 in the country, playing guys with 2 fouls, and Tony Bennett, third to last in the country in that category. There's another three, the second rush shot from Shelton Mitchell. The last couple shots have come from Tyson in the corner. They're Mitchell, a little quick, and May, who's been off tonight, delivers on that trade.
The answer, his second straight bucket, 5 quick points for Reed. Throws, but one thing, you got Marquise Reed, one of the best on-ball defenders in the ACC, guarding Coby White, who's now up to 25 points. Coming off of a 34-point performance versus Syracuse.
Johnson steps into it, and a three-pointer good on the feed from.
Come up with a turnover or even force a quick shot from the Tar Heels.
White feeds it ahead for Williams, uncontested to the rim, a defensive breakdown.
Well, Bayon took it, and Battle gets that one to go. He's got 4, and the lead is 3 for Syracuse.
Tim, keep in mind that Tyus Battle can make tough shots. Sometimes he takes a shot and you think, oh boy, that's not a good shot, but he can make those kind of shots. So that was pretty well contested by North Carolina, but sometimes that doesn't make any difference against Tyus Battle.
Patience against the zone, always key. North Carolina historically has done well against it.
And suddenly Syracuse, they're not making the shots. They seem to be a little bit out of their comfort zone. And you're right, Tim. This is a danger area for the Orange right here.
Just cannot afford to get down too deep to a team like this. What an oop! Seeding that game with Virginia. Howard, little too strong. Coby White comes away with it. And Boeheim tells him to back off. White flag is up.
Good. Wonderful count to go. You just tip your hat to him on that one, Kevin. I think if Phil Cover's going to take a shot like that, you'll let him have it. May got great position. Forrest, a race with Johnson. Picked up by May. Coming the other way, here comes Coby White.
Can't play defense in transition much better than Cam Johnson just did.
3. Good. Cameron, who averages 9, has 16. Savoy, 3, no. Picked up by Coby Woods. May, long 3, good! For Roy Williams, Coby White, and Nasir Little. White's got it right now.
Florida State still has plenty of time, but they have to tighten it up on the defensive end, and that doesn't help for Florida State.
Overtime win at Miami.
His second 33-point game of the season. He had 33 points and 7 made threes against Texas earlier in the year. That's too easy. Now, you'd think he'd want to power up a guy like Barrett, but just faced him up and shot right over.
Barrett still on May, who cuts, takes the pass, and 2 more for Luke May. They've outscored Duke by 10 already in the second half.
Well, Carolina just dominating this basketball game.
Johnson off balance, 2 more.
Missed the shot on Brooks. May with his first rebound.
Roy Williams' tendency to pick up early fouls, so they're looking to attack him, make Carolina even a smaller team.
Coby White celebrating his 19th birthday today. Gives it to Cam Johnson, who knocks it down. The lid off the Wake Forest bucket.
Well, somebody's got to drive the lane. I mean, it's really tough to shoot your way out of a slump from the three-point line, and it is not working.
Wake's 0 for 7, and 5 of those 7 shots beyond the.
You gotta, you get inside, get fouled, get to the free throw line, do something, but don't settle for long shots.
The onslaught continues. 6 games coming into today.
Well, when you look at the misses, you only saw 1 X in the paint area. Everything else was out on the perimeter.
Johnson again. Chris Clemens scored 48 points and moved past Manning. Clemens likely to go over 3,000 points today and become the 9th player in NCAA history to score 3,000.
Mental health standpoint, that he needs to see the ball go through the basket at some point in time today. You don't want to carry a donut with you into the next game, even if it's just 1 jump shot or 1 layup.
Wake has its next 2 on the road, starting a few days from now in South Bend against the Fighting Irish. Well, you will see in the second half of our doubleheader, give Kyle Guy, Ty Jerome, and the rest of the Cavaliers their best shot inside John Paul Jones Arena. Wow. Johnson.
Coby White is certainly playing anything but like a freshman.
Brandon Robinson, showtime.
Having the best 3-point season under Roy Williams, making nearly 9 per game. Kyle Guy the miss. He was not quite on top of his game in the home loss to Duke on Saturday.
Well, he's 6 of his last 23 from 3-point range. He has been struggling, at least for his game.
Cameron Johnson, and now White, with his recent hot play, including the 33 Saturday against Miami, has become their leading scorer for the year, 16 a game.
Slice cut screen for the screener.
They needed a 3, and they get it at the shot. Jerome called for his second foul for UVA. 14 fouls on the Cavaliers. North Carolina's been called for 3 here in the second half. They go inside again,
I believe.
You asked me the question earlier about Miami and transition. It seems again that they're going to take advantage of being able to run. That last time, Izundu being able to follow up. But you see Cam Johnson get Lawrence being able to get to the basket because they haven't found a solution in limiting him from getting to the basket. That matchup between he and May.
Big Brandon Huffman at 6'10" has come in for the Tar Heels, wearing 42. Here's May going to work again on the deep dribble. And they reroute for Huffman. He'll lay it in with the left hand. With Duke in the last 2 weeks of the regular season. And, of course, Virginia and Florida State. Johnson a catch and shoot.
To be lost that you still have May, Williams, and Johnson, who are good 3-point shooters as well.
Here is Luke May for the tie.
Are you kidding me?
Scores Anthony Lawrence.
Nice move by Lawrence. He's asking for an and one.
Coby White, Garrison Brooks for Miami.
Izundu has to do a better job of realizing when they run that double pick and roll, Carolina's coming out to double. He's got to flash and make himself available.
May. Here's Brooks. Williams off a cut to the top. 3
Strong drive by Daniels. And the sophomore from Battle Creek, Michigan. The Utah transfer draws North Carolina State to within 1.
Wolfpack really aggressive defensively, making North Carolina work on the offensive end. And Brooks thus far has been a non-factor. He's got to handle the ball on the block, or all he's got to do is catch it and turn and shoot.
There he is.
Like that.
Good call, partner. Off the heel, Williams brings it down off the deck. Here comes the Carolina faithful.
White really has a bounce to his game, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's like he's playing on a trampoline. Everyone on the deck. How about that? Left a little. Committed by the Tar Heels. In traffic, that runner won't go for Dorn. Williams, baseline drive again.
But he's
rookie for him. Bryce. Tapped out. Here comes Coby White.
Look at May run.
Oh, look at that. Yes, and one.
Wara had his foot on the line, brought it back. See how quickly the Tar Heels get down the floor and they go inside. That's a man amongst. May under the basket, a fight for it. Tipped at the baseline, stays in. Williams rattles it around and through. They drive into the lane, kick it out. They just didn't anticipate that 6'6", 200 would be waiting there to intercept it.
And Ryan McMahon has passed up 2 threes in the last 2 minutes. I mean, that's, if you're Carolina, that's what you want him doing. Putting it on the floor and trying to be a playmaker.
Wow. High degree of difficulty for
on the road against an Iowa team that has played well.
Offensive rebounds have been crucial today for North Carolina.
15 of them.
The difference between having to defend 25 or 30 seconds versus a minute can feel like a lifetime.
Well, here's the difference. In that first matchup, North Carolina was 3.
Saw Cameron Johnson come back onto the floor for Coach Williams. Also Brandon Robinson, a junior from Douglasville, Georgia, not far, just west of Atlanta, is here tonight on the floor. Needed about 2 dozen tickets as well. Cameron Johnson from the corner. A 3 for the Tar Heels. Second best 3. Alvarado, a little step back. Nice feed. White, Johnson, the layup. He's got 5. That's in the 8 Carolina turnovers. 4 in a row for Roy Williams' team. Leaky Black has come on the floor for the first time. Another freshman for the Tar Heels as May is on the board.
Nice look by Alvarado. Nice catch by Gay. And again, Gay is patient inside. Doesn't shuffle his feet. Waits till the defense flies by and then dunks it.
Robinson in the corner. Johnson. Robinson lines one up and bangs it home with 4:22.
It's pretty good company.
Well, he's already 3rd all-time at ACC road wins. Coach K 179 and his mentor Coach Smith with 133. So a win tonight, he would trail Coach Smith by 50. Johnson a 3 to start the half. A dozen for Camarado. Escape to the corner. So Georgia Tech answers a 3 with a 3.
And that's in a scramble after the rebound, Wes, and they just lost Alvarado completely. You're absolutely right.
As they hit in the first half. And 3 in a row, by the way. Here's a deflection. Johnson, he's got White with him, but Cam Johnson will score.
What a great pass.
Cole. And it's back to a 21-point. North Carolina lead with 4:22 to play.
Now this run by Georgia Tech is probably too little, too late, Wes. They were looking for this at about the 14-minute mark, and they weren't able to get it.
Cameron Johnson step back and bangs home the 3.
Everybody. Jason Benetti's here tonight doing the radio with Clark Kellogg. If you're looking for a better option, you might want to consider that. I actually asked him if he wouldn't mind coming down.
There's a 3 rattled home.
best of the game. And Kenny Williams comes over from the weak side. You saw a terrific job by Coby White on the ball. Garrison Brooks helping out. Nice screen.
Kenny Williams, the quick catch in Syracuse. White. Battle for it. Brooks and Alexander Walker still free. Full shot clock. They don't need it. As Cam Johnson rips a three. Go to twitter.com/SportsCenter. We're only giving 2 options.
It's Tennessee. It's Tennessee. It's got to be Tennessee. The way polls work, Tennessee hasn't lost in a while. I think their last loss was to Kansas in Brooklyn, their only loss. And I think it has to be Tennessee. That doesn't mean they're the best team, but they're right there to be the best team.
Cam Johnson. Little is 14, his 3rd straight game in double figures. Alexander Walker the miss, and the rebound snatched by Coby White. Under 9 minutes to go. Little, the crowd loves it. Robinson, a 3. And on the Virginia Tech side, Blackshear has 17 rebounds. That is a career high by 2.
I don't really care about that part of it. But again, I think it's more the UVA thing. I do respect it.
Another nice set. Luke May averaging a double-double again this year. 14 points, 10 rebounds. 2nd in the ACC in rebounds per game. Now he gets a breakaway dunk. Miami. Here's Izundu getting into the scoring column for the first time.
And Izundu has been a much capable scorer in the post for Miami all season long, averaging 11.8 per game.
Difficulties in a game like this one especially, but now Little and May both have 3 fouls for Carolina. Luke May stays on the floor. And here is Nasir Little just off the bench. Carolina is going to dominate the glass in this game. And he said it was twofold, Corey. He said, A, on the offensive end, don't miss shots. And on the other end, he said, make UNC play longer offensive possessions and reduce the total number of possessions as Nasir Little scores.
And all of them saying a silent prayer, making sure his knee is okay.
Well, as we talked about, he's the only true big on this active Miami roster that has only 7 scholarship players currently. Izundu and Johnson have really picked it up in the second half. Let's see if they can find Brooks inside. He's got Zach Johnson much shorter on him. Kenny Williams. Another big.
And he's been through a lot as far as his body throughout his career. You see Nasir Little coming up with a big block on that possession, showing off his athleticism. But, you know, and Cam Johnson he's been pretty beat up. I mean, throughout his 5 years of college basketball. And you really have to take your hat off to a young man like that who doesn't just say, you know what, this isn't for me, I'm done. He continued to work harder and keep getting better. And now has a chance to be on a very, very good team and could possibly be their best player right now, at least their most productive player.
Playing that game and who they start at the point guard position as DJ Harvey knocks down the 3 there for Notre Dame.
Been looking for some offensive rhythm. Maybe DJ can give it to him.
Because this game has had 0 rhythm over the past 6 minutes.
It's a rebounder, but he could just laying it in.
Well, that wouldn't be half so fun.
Look, just use the backboard, lay it in, count for 2 points. I don't know what the big deal is. A little screen for the screener action, well defended, but 3 is now 5 of 8 from 3-point range, but nobody's been better than Dwayne Sutton in this one. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals. His defense on Cam Johnson has been terrific.
Johnson, who is shooting the lights out this year, great percentages. Boy, and good look after good look for State, but nothing falling.
And Torn can't settle for the jumper. He's got to drive any of the bigs of Carolina that are guarding him. And a lot better decisions with the ball and defending better, and so his minutes have gone up.
Dorn off the back of the iron, and the rebound down to White, and now Carolina with numbers in transition, and a layup. Williams wide open. Tough jumper. Really tough shot by C.J. Bryce.
It's a really good challenge also by Leaky Black on the white and blue.
Gamble by Johnson. White comes away with it. White wanted a foul call, didn't get it.
It's been a very physical game, too, Dan.
And a long stretch without a whistle, too. We're going to media timeout coming with the next whistle. Shot clock's at 7. Little inside.
Little attempts. Johnson finds the open man, Brown. May got over defensively. Brown couldn't get it over the rim. Now May needs help. White provides it in the backcourt. Robinson has come onto the court for North Carolina in place of Williams. Tar Heels second in the conference in scoring. They average over 90 points per game, and that's also 5th best in the country. Want to add to the total. 8 3-pointers. A spinning Johnson. White up ahead to May in stride, and the
Saturday where they played very well defensively, according to the numbers, maybe not according to the players, but field goal percentage-wise they did. So that's an important. There's Bassie with 2.
You win a 50-50 basketball like that. I don't love Carolina in the half court, and that's kind of been trending.
Since September 28th, when they went from Boston to Atlanta, they played at State Farm Arena against Mercer, and now finish it up. And they'll go
low, chasing offensive rebounds, not with your traditional bullies, but with length coming from the perimeter, a lot of versatile pieces. Really like this North Carolina team. You can't go wrong picking one of these ranked teams to win the conference, but don't just think Duke.
5-2 Davidson. Carolina's won 66 of the 77 meetings between these two schools as Kenny Williams to the other end and Carter Collins.
And when Davidson can score, they can get back and load up in their transition game. That's a great play.
Little duck under there. Brajkovic couldn't finish on the scoop.
It's really hard to bring a double to Brajkovic because of the three-point shooting around him.
Oh, Williams smooth.
Questioning. I thought it was pretty good defense by Leaky Black. Got a deflection.
White the post feed for Brooks, who has 2 fouls. Right back to him down low. He draws contact. Brajkovic. Those long arms, he couldn't fish it in.
Well, he's really struggling. I think the length and the presence of the size of North Carolina at the rim has bothered him.
Coby White, little drop off, and that was good.
College basketball, walk on, earns a scholarship, makes one of the most legendary jump shots in the history of North Carolina lore.
Gets 2 and a foul.
Alongside.
And Brajkovic scores.
And I'm telling you, Coach McKillop understands that Brajkovic has the ability to score, and he doesn't back off going to his freshman to start the second half.
Garrison Brooks.
What a nice find, too. That's absolutely knowing the location. And you don't get back and you pay. That's the problem.
10 for the freshman out of Milwaukee. Luke May for 3. Yes.
How about that nice play by White?
Clark again, jump stop and a kick out. And Norvell off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Brooks.
Norvell's a guy that can shoot. He's averaging 17 a game. Shoots really well from the 3. He's also very versatile. Pass the ball well.
Nice look inside.
Free hand too often.
And we see that a couple of times for Gonzaga in this game. John Chumby, Dick Vitale, Allison Williams from the Dean Dome. Under 6 to go in the first half. And it's North Carolina by 10.
They're sharing the ball really well, North Carolina. Sharing that basketball.
Nice penetration.
The ball boy, Dickey.
From the right side, 3. That one, rebound grab by North Carolina. Another chance for Johnson. Gets it. Kind of an unforced error. 10th turnover on North Carolina to begin the half. Now a loose ball, and good work there. Picking it up is Coby White. Johnson weaving inside. White finds inside and able to. Norvell step back. And a rebound pulled down by Brooks. Tried that James Harden move. Didn't work out.
But he should have had a little more patience on offense.
And the jumper is good.
That's what happened.
It's hard to imagine that it's gonna.
Well, it's going to happen because North Carolina has been so efficient offensively. They have really been very effective with their possessions. They've moved the ball. They've shared it. They got a number of weapons on the floor that can score. And he's been special today, Johnson. Got a plus performance out of Woods.
Baseline. Brastakis being guarded, being fronted by Luke May. Jordan Poole's wide open for three. And the rebound down to May. And Carolina, as you know, they're going to look to push whenever they can. And they do it right out of the shoot. They got beaten in transition last year down in Chapel Hill. And some of the Michigan players came out of that game saying, you know, until you get into it, you don't realize what you're dealing with. They realize what they're dealing with now. Wide open at the foul line is Brooks, and he'll bank it home. He wants Bama.
He wants Bama.
All right.
I don't think you want Bama.
No. Careful what you wish for. Cameron Johnson knocks down a three.
I think he shoot the ball. I think it's going to be a great learning experience for North Carolina if they continue to lose this game.
On the baseline, and they use the lines well, don't they? They really always have. Always have, North Carolina. Side out of bounds and along the baseline. They trap you. Williams.
Well, they need him to perk up.
Coby White will trigger it in. Nasir Little back on the floor. A little zone look. Sterling Manley has now come in.
Nice play with the cross screen, May.
Better from a defensive standpoint. You don't always notice it because the offense is generally so good.
And they're not getting much off their defense.
Strong move to the...
They've always got the ability to play smaller, I think. And I think you'll see a lot more of it. You know, the position-less kind of attitude.
Leaky, left open.
Hands very patient. Great find.
Boy, his dribble drive.
They don't get back. Oh, my goodness.
Little Moses.
Nice pass. Nice look inside by Wilkes. Set it up.
There's just more of a comfort zone, it appears. There's Johnson.
A little flat on his post defense.
Coby White. Beautiful find.
Look.
How about... Long rebound, taken down by Williams.
50-50.
May.
Nice
Good
action.
ball movement to Williams.
That's why he's good. This just all set up by the trap.
Well, he's got 8 already, so he has delivered for Shaka Smart. Robinson, his stroke is a lot. And Roger Ayers is watching Roy closely now.
Nice
what pass!
Sure.
Joni, get the memo?
Maybe that I'm away, she might come through with something. Nice little penetration
Carter Conover, first time in the game for him. Into the corner, Blackman can't get the finish, and a rebound for Luke May. White to Brooks in transition. Brooks with the...
Mike, this guy's got great versatility.
Well, and that's, you know, maybe he's the next field.
The runner. And White, look at this. Behind the back, here's Black. All the way through with the soft shot.
You get a city, he really wants to get to that right hand and that jump cut to turn over left forward.
The lead for Williams and Steve Perry.
May the rebound. I mean, just called it right out for him. Here's Brooks, the catch and score.
And banks it home, whether it was intended or not. It'll count, and that's his 3rd free of the night.
There's no way that was intended, but it was well defended.
Going to be something to see next Monday on Monday Night Football. Back here to the Dean Dome. Coby White with a full head of steam. A big-time scorer in high school. More than a facilitator, although he'll get a Sheffield 2-on-1, and White gets back on defense. I don't think Dallaire thought that pass was going to be dropped off to him. And it's a third at the end there. Ryan, this is the 3. And Stanford just get after it more in the second half. They are not going to win this game, but they have outscored Carolina by 10. There's Sebring again.
Cameron Johnson lead. Shot clock at 8. Pack has to let it go. And there's a nice closeout that time from Coby White. Empty possession.
You can tell they talked about that at halftime, closeouts.
Cam Jackson, he had a monster game last year when these two teams tangled in Chapel Hill. Your officials, Glenn Tuitt, Brett Smith, Evan Berg. We are underway in the 2018-19 college hoop season. Here's May, first shot is good.
Nice job by Storm Murphy finding him open, and I love the fact that he didn't hesitate but let it fly, shot it with confidence.
Inside, all alone.
Luke the 3.
Michigan State made a little run. Kansas had every answer. They are in total control now.
That game over on ESPN. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Brick. North Carolina trying to salt this one away with 3:15 to go. They lead the Wofford Terriers by 11.
Nice pass.
Inside, Brooks with the two-hand.